So I'm about to do something really scary. How many times a day do you do something scary where you're just not sure whether you're going to be safe, or you're going to be taken care of, or people are going to judge you? But I really, really love the adrenaline that's created from doing something crazy and different and something out of the norm. But it takes a lot of risk taking in order to be able to go out there and do something that's not comfortable. But the payoff is that you become a bigger person. You become more confident. You risk the failure and the embarrassment, the humiliation. So I'm going to go speak, as most people will attest to. It's the most scary thing to do, right? Because going out and speaking is a presentation of your own thoughts. And back in the day, when we were all in tribes, the idea that you're going to share your thoughts, your beliefs in front of the tribe, and those beliefs may not be adopted by that tribe. It may be a threat to them and their patterning and the way that they've survived all this time, and they might kick you out, and that might be death. So literally, standing up in front of your tribe and saying what you believe in and attesting to your understandings of things might result in death, in some way. So it's scary, but at the same time, we don't evolve without taking those risks. We can't move to a higher state of consciousness. Humanity can't enjoy the results of growth. And that's one thing about Source, is that it loves to grow. It loves to expand itself. It's the one thing that is consistent, right? It's change, and allowing for itself to gracefully move into that expansion. And sometimes it needs that contraction in order to be able to push itself into a higher state of awareness. There's this military training that's sort of like this death plunge of where they basically teach you how to survive in water when you've got your hands and your feet tied. And the trick is to surrender to the water. Just allow for yourself to just relax and go down, and then when your feet hit the bottom, you push, right? That just surrendering into what is, and then pushing yourself up to the top. Grab a breath of air, and then come back and do the same thing over and over. And that's how you survive. Most people don't do it very well. But I think that's what we're being trained on right now, is the allowance for us to just continue to surrender into Source, continue to surrender into what is. And this beautiful new friend of mine messaged me, and I was telling her that I was going to speak and about my I have an upcoming course called Your Money and Your Mother, because I believe in patterns and allowing for yourself to rewire your patterning. Your brain makes it, you could get to relax and lean into Source and lean into the goodness of life if you don't have all those you don't have those patterns subconsciously running in the background. And I'm teaching, I did it in person, and now I'm doing it online next Tuesday. If it resonates with you, love to see you. And the allowance of leaning in. And she said to me right before I'm gonna go in there and speak now, and she said just let go, just be yourself and allow for love to channel through you, and be present, because people won't remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. And so before I take a deep breath and go in there, I'm just gonna take a time out and just get into the state of feeling into my heart and wanting for everybody to receive that. And that they can, you know, when two guitars are in the same room as each other, you play one guitar, the other guitar like changes its frequency and it starts playing that sound. And that's who we are, is practicing leaning into our love frequency. And as we dissolve and integrate those old patternings, right, of fear and competition and shame, when we integrate those frequencies into the higher frequencies and become harmonious with them, then we can become that higher state of consciousness. And just by being us, when we're in the room, that other people can pick up on that, and then they can become in resonance with that. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm sure I won't be able to post this until later because Facebook messed me up and I wasn't able to post this live. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just being in my resonance. And she just told me to just allow the love to pour through me. And so I'm going to do that. And I think then that's the trick, isn't it? Whenever we're scared or we're taking the next leap, we're moving towards a higher expansion of ourselves, we've got all that fear, we've got all that stuff that was in the way before we took the leap, and then we became more comfortable with it, and then it just becomes more, you know, like learning to drive. It's really scary at first, and then now just second nature, right? So every time we get scared, we just go, oh, it's all right, it's all right, I'm here right now and everything's gonna be okay, because I'm gonna be really nice to myself afterwards. Yeah. Like I said, if you'd like to come to my class next Tuesday and really integrate some fears and patterns that maybe you've adopted from your parents, because that's where we've adopted most of our patterning. It's all in our DNA and our brain, and allowing for us to integrate them so we can have more availability to expand. We have more energy to expand into the higher consciousness of ourselves. So the more work we do in the lower consciousnesses and the old patterning, then we have more availability. So that resonates. It's on Tuesday the 25th of April, and then I'll add the link so you can come join us, and we'll play. And in between that time, I'm sending you lots of love, and thank you so much for listening and being in your heart. See you next time.